Your expectations define your happiness more than your circumstances. And this is something that I knew intuitively, but needed a couple of quotes to kind of really synthesize it. So Tim Urban says, if you only wished to be happy, this could be easily accomplished. But we wish to be happier than other people, and this is always difficult, for we believe others are happier than they are. Montesquieu said this 300 years ago, and we're still working on this one. So Tim Urban resurfacing that famous quote really highlights the asymmetry between what we see of ourselves and what we see of everyone else, right? Because humans are comparative, relative beings. We don't just judge what we are in isolation. We judge it as a part of the entire hierarchy of society. It's not just about being in a situation and it being good. It's about being in a better situation than we were before, and also a better one than the people that were around, and also a better one than our parents were in when they were our age. This is an intergenerational competition theory, it's referred to as. Charlie Munger had a really great insight where he said, the world isn't driven by greed, it's driven by envy. Our lives are objectively the best humanity has ever had, yet complaining and dissatisfaction is as high as ever. And also because everyone usually only shows the world the best of themselves, this means that we see our own misery and our failings and foibles and vacillation from a front row seat, while we watch the highlight reel of everyone else. And this makes us think that other people are doing better than they really are. And when we feel the delta between where we are and where we imagine they are, it hurts, right? There is no such thing as objective wealth. Everything is relative, and most relative to those around you. I was talking to Dan Bilzerian, someone that you might not think of as a font of like life bro wisdom, but he's a really smart guy. And we were talking about how each time that you achieve a new level of success, it essentially just creates a new bar for you to meet again in the future. And that sounds, I don't know, it might sound kind of trite, but the problem with a rapid increase in status or wealth or accolade or whatever is that all that you're thinking about is, oh God, that's now the new bar that I need to get to. So for instance, let's say that we release a YouTube video and it breaks some record for a 24-hour play. So let's say it does 1 million plays in an hour, which I think in a day, which is around about our current record. There is elation at the fact that we've done it, but then there's also this despondency in the back of your mind where you think, oh my God, that's the new bar. In order for us to get another best record, we have to do 1 million and 1.1 million plays in a day. And that's terrifying. It's also a reason, I think, why I'm not so bought in on universal basic income being a solution if AI automates all of our jobs and starts producing better podcasts than me. Because as soon as humans reach an acceptable level of existence, they start wanting to push for more in order to stand out from the crowd. And a flat hierarchy doesn't stick about for long. So even if every single person earns the same amount of money, people will just find something else to compete on, right? So in 2100, when everyone's needs are met and nobody needs to go to work or something, we're all going to be collecting leaves or wives or social credit score system points or something. Like, you are naturally going to stratify out into a hierarchy because it is not about your absolute happiness. It is all about your relative happiness, your relative attractiveness, your relative wealth. Gad Saad said this on the episode a couple of weeks ago, right? He said, if you want to be happy and satisfied with your sex life, you not only need to have the amount of sex that you want, but you want to be having a little bit more sex than all of your friends around you. So yeah, happiness and satisfaction in life does not exist in a vacuum. As much as you and me may think, oh yeah, fantastic, I can do this from first principles, that's not the way that it works. So yeah, be careful about your expectations.